You're going to ask why. You're going to ask why. And these people that are very pick Misha over here, they feel like, well, why not me? You need to stay away from the why not me. If you even feel, if you even sniff, why not me? But why not me? Type of vibe, run. Well, you don't have to run, but you are rising right now as the chosen one, and God is going to show everyone why you're the real MVP. Hold my Barbies, hold my oxygen. Your life is about to change. Whether you know it or not, your life has been on the mend, as slow as it feels like it has been moving. You have a grandmother and a father that watch over you. So your angels have a special message today. I feel like it's Archangel Michael, a father, and a grandparent that want to tell you something really important. So I feel like this is your era of blessings, things being serendipitous, seeing how spiritually protected you are. And of course, we cannot forget the cha-ching of it all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your whole life is changing by the minute, by the hour, and by the day. Minute to minute, you feel like you're just trying to get by, but you have angelic assistance because you are somebody of high honor. You have a very important spiritual rank. You have a very important purpose. Your angels, I feel like, are a grandparent, a father, and Archangel Michael that watch over you closely, very closely. So when you pray, your prayers are answered very quickly. And they are really wanting to empower your voice. They know that you've been sad. They know that you have been going through something, and they want to cheer you up with what is on the way. So they want to tell you that your voice is going to be very lucrative. You are going to make a lot of money using your voice. So maybe it's ironic. Maybe you're like, there's no way. But you will be a positive influence using your voice. You will be in the public eye. You will be someone that speaks or sings or acts. There's something that has to do with your voice that is going to be very lucrative for you. You could be on the radio, you could be a voice actor, you could be in communications, PR, you could be on social media, you could be a star messenger. Whatever it is that you do, your voice will be used to inspire and counsel people. They want you to know that you will motivate people. So though you feel it's not going that great right now, behind the scenes, because I'm seeing that you're a very private person, you don't share a lot with others, they want you to know that this will be a part of your testament, a part of your testimony, and you will use these trials and tribulations to motivate other people, and that you will be an authority on whatever subject you speak on. You will be able to help people with their finances. You will be able to help people with their love life. You will be able to help people while being entertaining. So they want you to know how talented you are. And that if you've been down in the dumps, like, no, everything's going to shit. No, Brittany, you have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up. I love you. It's going to be okay. You are spiritually protected. And the things that you are going through are going to be a part somehow of your legacy. Your charm and influence always gets you ahead. But your protection, people think twice before crossing you. They might do it anyways, but they all think twice before even trying it. So they want you to know that there is a message that you're going to be getting out to the world. They want you to know that you need to be over the top because this is in your nature. I'm getting a lot of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. So they're saying, don't be scared to ruffle feathers. Don't be scared to stand on business. Don't be scared to say what you want. You are so divinely led and protected. Don't feel like you're doing too much. Don't feel like you're a burden. They don't want you to get frustrated right now. They know that there's a lot of people gossiping about you. They're protecting you from that. They're trying to protect you from these haters or these ops. They don't want you to be a workaholic. If you've been working overtime, I'm hearing that song, taking care of business and working overtime, you're done doing that. You did that for a long time, or was a large part of your life. Whatever conflict you're going through right now, they're going to help you sort it out. You feel like day to day there's a new conflict that arises. And you could also be in a relationship. You don't have to be, but if you are in a relationship, there are a lot of people trying to spy and pry into your love life or have an opinion about it, or there's a lot of gossip about your love life, or the lack thereof. You are getting back in the saddle. And as you get back into the saddle, as you get back on this ride, you are going to have people hanging on to your every word. They want you to know that you're not just a voice, you are a siren. You are not just a voice, you are a star messenger in every capacity. They want you to know that you're a counselor, you're a motivator, you're a star, you're an entertainer, you are very influential, and you are a modern day pioneer. That's the word that they're giving me, modern day pioneer. So you could be dating somebody that is also very influential, or that is also an entrepreneur. I feel like I'm speaking to someone that is an entrepreneur and is trying to build a life, a legacy, a happy home. And you want to maybe be more romantic. So maybe if you're in a relationship, you're wanting to be more romantic, you're wanting to share your feelings more. I feel like you are starting to open up. You are a hard nut to crack, but you are starting to open up after feeling really gloomy and detached. So they are bringing you positive, uplifting friends. Archangel Michael, this grandparent, and your father, whichever one it is, or all of them, are bringing you new, positive, uplifting friends and a safe place to go. They're helping you become the dragon, and they want you to rediscover your individuality. They want you to know that you inspire trust and confidence and humankind. Because there are other people like you that are like, I give up. I'll just have one friend over here. That'll be good. And as much as you want to give up, you are the person that's going to change it all around. You are one of the people that are going to change this all around. And yeah, you're going to have people hanging on your every word. You're going to inspire trust and confidence in humans. Especially in a time like this where everybody's so used to scrolling or deflecting or distracting themselves or escapism. You are going to help people get up out of different ruts. You would be able to do that because you've been in many different ruts, whether it's financial, relationship, health, friendships, family. You will be able to help people get out of certain ruts, especially in this day and age. Because, I mean, seriously, just look at social media. And so if people want to make you the bad guy for calling it out, your angels are saying, let's give them something to talk about. They're going to talk about you regardless. Regardless, they're going to talk about you. So let's give them something to talk about. Your angels are bringing you a golden compass. They are going to be helping you choose who you're going to become. Because again, everything is changing minute to minute, day to day, hour to hour. So a new world is being born for you. They want you to sing. They want you to laugh. You could be meeting somebody important on Halloween. You're going to be seeing birds everywhere. And you could be cutting off some family members right now. I'm getting that very strongly. You are also going to be speaking up in the workplace. No matter what your work arena is, you're going to be speaking up there. And let's see, you could be meeting somebody with the initial B or W. Your angels are bringing you a win. You are getting a lot of growth in the area of self-development and stepping into this main character. It's giving, I'm the bad guy. Duh. Hold my oxygen, hold my Barbies, hold my little dog too. I'm coming through. You could also be seeing Angel 111, 1111, and 444 everywhere. I've been getting that for a week straight. They also want you to know that they could be bringing you a twin flame, a soulmate, and it's going to be very spicy. But they want to give you a clue on how you'll know this is the person you're supposed to be with. So for those of you that have been like getting back in the saddle again, you're dating, they're saying that yes, it will be spicy. You will have a banter with this person. There will be an understanding, but most of all, you will feel safe. You will feel safe and you will feel comfortable like you have known this person before. And I feel like that is a theory that I have in all like soul tribe, soulmate type of energy. You feel safe with them. You feel at home with them. And that is something that I never really got within my own family unit. I felt safer on my own than I did with my own family. I never felt safe in their home. Like, yes, there was shelter, there was a roof, there was food, but I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel welcomed in this home. So I felt safer, as crazy as this sounds, in the hood where I grew up as a child with no supervision, no food, not knowing how I'm going to get to school. I felt safer then. Maybe it was the naivety of like being a child, but I felt safer then. And then when I went to go live with my mother and my stepdad and my other siblings, I just didn't feel protected. I felt always like conspired against or scapegoated, or do you know what I mean? I've always felt like the black sheep. So I know you guys can relate to that. But somebody here is going to be cutting off family and creating their own home sweet home. Your these new friendships and relationships that are coming in, a soulmate and friendships that they're bringing you, you're going to feel safe. Like, even if they don't know something and they're helping you, they're going to figure it out. They're going to try to figure it out. They're not going to leave you hanging. They're not going to ghost you or cut you off abruptly or discard you. They're going to make you feel safe, and you're going to feel like you knew them before. Like, you guys have always been friends. You've always been lovers, and that is what they want you to know you should be looking for. When you feel that, like, I don't have to impress this person. This person understands me. They get me. They remember things. They listen. They're interactive. That is how you know. On another note, they're telling me if you are neurodivergent, if you are ADHD and you feel like you interrupt people, that is going to be their way. It's going to be like your guys' little telepathic love language. They're going to interrupt you too. Okay, so they're going to interrupt you. You're going to interrupt them. So, like, you don't even have to feel bad because it's all the other people that get pissed off when you interrupt them. I used to do this a lot. And my husband was like, yeah, you be interrupting people, but it's because you're excited. And that is how you show you're engaged. Okay, if you are ADHD or neurodivergent, that is how you show that you're engaged. And I would tell him, like, yeah, that is correct. I am excited when I'm interrupting. I don't mean to be interrupting, but I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. Sorry, I had to pause the camera because I was trying to say that, but then I started coughing. So I definitely feel like something is trying to come between these connections that you're trying to form. And it might not be so obvious, but they're doing a lot to protect you. So just know that. You could be feeling like you're processing things slower, really taking your time to wrap your mind around certain trauma that you're trying to heal from. And I feel like this is good for you. There is a new energy that is going to emerge from you that is going to bloom. I also feel like you're going to be eating different and really working on your health or working on your body and feeling proud of that. I feel like maybe in the past you were always really proud of your body or, proud of yourself. Whether you're in sobriety or you've just been on a health journey, but there's something about this last couple of years that you've been through where it's really taken a toll on you. So this new energy is emerging where you're going to feel really proud of what you have been working on behind the scenes that you haven't really been sharing with anybody. You could be the type of person that does not take photos when you're going through things, does not post on social media. And I feel like, yeah, this new you is going to emerge and you're going to be posting on social media and taking pictures and yeah, your angels are helping shift your magical blueprint. You have greatness in your DNA and you are going to succeed. Affirm it below. I have greatness in my DNA and I am going to succeed. And they are bringing you these angelic helpers to help you with this. So you could be coming out of a rock bottom. This could be a relationship that was just going completely left or something that you felt embarrassed by, something that you didn't really want to share with people. I see you working through a lot of emotions and really paying attention to the signs and synchronicities that you're being shown. Okay, let's see what else is coming in for you guys. You guys could be coming out of financial restraints, and your angels are going to help you find the right people to take care of this legacy that you're building, this empire that you're building. So maybe in the past you had family members that didn't really teach you about finances, or you felt like it was just always hard for you. And whatever those financial constraints looked like, I see you coming out to the other side like, I got it now. You're a fast learner. Let me just say that. You are a very fast learner when it comes to having to sort out issues that you go through. You're like, never going through that again. Never, never, never. Like for me, never letting family stay with me again, never lending money again, never doing that. Not that I was really like lending money, but when you have family that steals from you or is always taking from you, you've got to be quick and on your feet with how you're going to deal with them, because family just doesn't always hear the word no. They hear, let me try again. Yeah, let me try that again. Let me ask them again. So maybe you feel like there's a target on your back because you are going through some things internally. Can't even get talk. You are going through some things internally, but your family members are acting very sus. And it's like they see you as this golden ticket. Like, yeah, they're not feeling well right now, but like, look at how well they're doing. What can we get out of them? What can we ask them for? They feel entitled. You have people that feel entitled to what you're building, even though you're not feeling well doing it, or you're really going through something, or you're going through a breakup. Whatever it is that you're going through, you're showing people like, hey, I don't know what you think this is, but I'm not an ATM. I am not a vending machine. I am not an ATM. Like, go take that somewhere else. And so I really see you putting your foot down with people that like take advantage and people that feel entitled to what you've been building upon. You're not going to let them cause financial restraints in your life. If you guys have been with me since the beginning, I had to start over because family stole and put us out on our ass because they stole. And we had to get attorneys involved and we had to start over, like over. And it was so freaking traumatic. Like not knowing where we're going to sleep, not knowing like how we're going to pay for things, just not knowing what we're going to do. And God orchestrated angels that just felt like it came out of nowhere and really helped us. We had a friend that helped us find a place to live. We had, we had another long distance family member that like let us stay with them. We had our friends that we played softball with that helped us with attorneys. Like there was a lot going on and it took us a long time to recover. So I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, financial constraints. You're not going to let anyone cause financial constraints for you ever again. Whether you were overgiving or overextending yourself because you didn't want to see anything bad happen, these people feel entitled to something that they had the same opportunity to achieve. They had the same opportunity to get, and they've been very lazy, or they feel like the whole world owes them, and you're just through with dealing with people like this. We have tweet. And what I'm seeing from this is they expect you to be an open book, but not just an open book, an open checkbook. They expect you to just fork it over all the time. And your angels are saying people that really care about you, that are helping you, that are aligned with you, are not going to be having you foot the bill. And they are going above and beyond to make sure that you don't have people like this coming around. You don't have people like this coming around. They're going to stop it if it's not for you. So let's say you were going to take a family member out to lunch. If that's not supposed to happen, they will cancel. They will cancel. Yes, they will. They're relocating people that want to take from you. It doesn't matter if they're family or not. If they have bad intentions, if they feel entitled to what you have been working on, it's like you're on the farm and these are your blood, sweat, and tears. Like you've been down in the trenches and no one could be bothered. But now that your cornucopia is here, And this is just the beginning, by the way. If you're like, what cornucopia? Hold on. So if you have been more stable than you've ever been, you're slowly building this empire. You're the one tending the soil. And now they all want to come and like pick through all the fruit, and you're like just beginning. Like there's more to come and they can see it, but they already want to pick through it, and you're really getting it up off of the freaking ground. I can't. So they have no shame in trying to take this from you. It's not cool. Know that. So if there is people trying to do this in any way, shape, or possible, and you are shown some type of rejection or relocation or canceled plans, you need to do the other part of I'm busy, I can't pick up, or don't pick up, or do not offer, or do not extend. They will give you a sign on whether to do that or not. I had this happen recently where I was going to do something for someone, and I was like, yeah, that would be a nice thing to do. And my husband kind of warned me, like, I wouldn't do that for them because they haven't been that good to you. So, like, why are you trying to, like, be all nice and, like, cheer them up? When the going got tough, they kind of just left you hanging. And I'm like, well, I just think it's the right thing to do. And, like, I'm just going to forgive. And sure as shit, those plans got canceled. Those are my angels protecting me. Now I'm going to do my part and steer clear because I got it the first time. So you might want to rebound after that, but you'll know not to, because you are going to give somebody a second chance. They want you to be aware of the second chances that you're giving out, and to who you're giving out or who you're giving them out to, because they're going to show you that they don't have any intention of reciprocating, they're saying, ooh, motorcycle in the far distance, street bike. Confirmation of what I'm going to say. They want you to know that they don't have any intention of reciprocating these things. And it's important that you know you don't feel safe with them for a reason. If it was just you and them in the dark, going through a crazy street or battle scene, is that who you would want by your side? That is what they're saying. Do you feel safe with this person? You haven't even been feeling comfortable with some of these people. So they're not about to quantum leap with you, because they're the type to drag you down. If they were drowning, they would drown you too, like trying to pull you down, trying to get air. And they would pull on your coattails. They would ride it to the finish line. They have no shame about this. Like, well, I was struggling while I was drowning, so like I needed your help. No. They're saying that there is a reason why you've been feeling iffy about them, why you've been not feeling sure about where your relationship stands. And this is my theory in life. When you are in a relationship, whether it is love or friendship, you will always know where you stand. Even if it is a bad day, you will know where you stand. Like with my husband, we could be bickering and it doesn't last long. Like we resolve things quickly, but we know how to press each other's buttons, and we already have a very, Joker Harley Quinn type of banter. And even if he's pressing my buttons and I'm irritated or hormonal or whatever, I still know I can trust him. I'm not worried because I'm freaking crazy and I'm just not worried. That is how you know, like, I still feel safe with them. It's like you're intuitive for a reason. You're the high priestess for a reason. If you weren't safe with them, you wouldn't know what you guys were labeled. You wouldn't know if that was your friend, mother, brother, cousin. You wouldn't know if that was your bestie, if that was your spouse. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know what to call it day to day. You would be like, well, what are we? You don't have to ask that when those people are for you. When they are a part of your destiny, when they have a soul contract with you, you won't even have to ask. You will just know. Until the wheels fall off, you will know. Okay? So we have turn. Huh. This is about acting wildly. Oh, okay. The reason why they're blocking second chances between you and other people is because they are doing things behind the scenes with their finances and with their money and with their resources that they should not be doing. They're saying that they're drinking, they're getting into substances, they're doing certain things, they're wasting and squandering money, resources, and time and efforts. And they don't want you adding to that. They don't want you bailing them out. Damn. They could be hiding things from you on social media. And this person's very angry towards you. You might feel like they're angry with you, but you don't really have any proof that they're angry with you. And this is because you're finding your voice. You're finding your voice. You have proper boundaries now. And even if you might not be good at those boundaries, they try to hide things from you that make them look like they're stable, like they're okay, like they got it going on. Not got it going on, but like they're having a good time. They don't want to make it appear to you like they're having too much fun because then they feel like you won't help them. So what fell on the ground is canceled. These people have tried to cancel you. Indirectly, directly, through other family members, through third parties. They have tried to get you canceled. And this is why you don't feel comfortable around them. So they're making you aware of like, hey, we're going to remove people that at one point gossiped, smeared your name, are now playing in your face. We're going to remove them from the equation. You guys could have just watched my grandmother message. I just did 2 in the last like 10 days. Those will probably resonate with you. They also could be hiding tickets or they could have gotten pulled over. They could have gotten a DUI. There are things going on, and then these people have tried to get you fired. They've tried to cancel you. They've tried to talk about your relationships, your friendships, and like, who do you think you are type of mentality. And they're very against your spirituality for whatever reason. Like, they don't have any core beliefs, but they don't like you that you have core beliefs. They also are jealous of the fact that you are an influencer. So let's talk about this. Your angels and ancestors don't want you to be sorry about how influential you are. Maybe you tone it down around these people, or you're more apologetic, like you don't want to make them feel some type of way. And the reason why you might do that is because they're thirsty. They want to be in the limelight. They want to be in the spotlight. You don't want to all the time to be in the spotlight, even though you might be good at it, because there's a lot of things that you're healing from right now. You are healing from a lot of trauma, a lot of PTSD. So you're not trying to be in the limelight all the live long day when you feel good, when you feel confident enough to do so. But your angels are going to be helping you with marketing. They're going to be helping you with networking or coming across the right people. They don't want you to apologize for your success, because this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the most successful era of your life. This is the beginning, and you're going to remember these times where you were in your apartment, or you were struggling, or nobody believed in you, or people were laughing at you. You're going to remember this, okay? And they want you to know that you are a chosen one. If you doubted for a second, because you were born and bred to go against the grain. And it's also giving, sorry, I don't know what this hair is doing. It's also giving neurodivergent, because you're going to ask why. You're going to ask why. And these people that are very pick-me-sha over here, they feel like, well, why not me? You need to stay away from the why not me. If you even sniff, why not me? But why not me type of vibe, run. Well, you don't have to run, but oh my gosh. You are also not going to be anybody's toy to be wound up. You are not going to be anybody's kink, anybody's secret pleasure. You're not going to be anybody's girlfriend or boyfriend in the closet. You're not going to be doing that. I don't know why it's popping up, but that is what's popping up. Especially if it's like interracial type of situation. You're like, I'm not about to be with you behind the scenes, and then like you don't want to introduce me to anybody. I'm not going to be doing that. For me, it's one of the reasons why I'm not Mormon anymore. Not that like it wouldn't have happened eventually, but because I'm mixed, because I'm Hawaiian, Japanese, and African American, a little bit of Tahitian, but because I've been that, and it made it hard for me to date growing up. It made it hard for me to date in college, because it was, well, we can hook up, but we can't date. We can hook up, but I'm not going to bring you home to my parents. So it could be something like that. Or it could be, people just treating you some type of way where you just really don't appreciate it. People putting you on the bench, thinking that like your time isn't valuable, that you can wait. You are rising right now as the chosen one, and God is going to show everyone why you're the real MVP. There were so many people that underestimated you, that kicked you while you were down, that tried to block you of opportunities. Those people are not only being revealed to you if they've been hidden, but all the other people in between that you are aware of, they are going to feel some type of way. Like they knew that they should have thought twice about crossing you, and then they did it anyways. And they talked about you and they shouldn't have. They're going to be looking at things from a different perspective. Like, dang, I did so much to tear them down, and they're still here. I know there's a lot of people from my past that did a lot to tear me down. My ex of 5, almost 6 years that I thought was my soulmate did a lot to tear me down. With my physical features, talking about how I looked, if I didn't give him what he wanted. And when he got really bad into his addiction and I was getting ready to leave him, because like the first time he broke up with me after 5 years, and then we were broken up for a couple of years, and then after we got back together for a summer. And when we got back together for the summer, I was like, this isn't going to work. He's never going to be honest about cheating on me. He's never going to be honest about how he hooked up with my friends. He's always going to be sneaky, and he lied to get me here. And now he doesn't have a job. He has a bunch of addictions, and I'm just supposed to pay for it. And if I didn't pay for those things, if I didn't let him take money out of my bag, then he would throw a fit and attack how I looked and say that it was all my fault, and there would always be a retaliation. And then on top of the retaliation, his whole family would be coming at me sideways. So it would be 4 against 1 every time me and him were beefing. Every time I was calling him out, like, no, you're a piece of shit for that. Anyways, I say that to say this. The beef that has been beefing and the people that worked very hard to tear you down, you know who they are and they know who they are. I'm going to say that again. The people that tried hard to beef with you and bring you down all throughout your journey, since the day you were born, they know who they are and you know who they are. And they are going to be getting a front row seat to your table being prepared. Not everyone will have a seat at this table, and they are not one of them. Okay? They are not going to be one of the people, like, they're trying to block you out right now. They're so delusional to think that you'll just go away. You're never going to go away, because you're special in every capacity. Like, they want you to be on the DL, be discreet. They want your life to go to shit. They want you to have a whole identity crisis, but it's them having the whole identity crisis, not you. I can't. I literally can't. There were times in your life where you could have felt like you were living a double life. You'll never go back to that. You'll never go back to trying to be 2 different people, trying to please everybody. You are leaving people behind. Ooh, that's what your angels are telling me. You're leaving people behind. And fast. You're not apologizing or you're not expounding too much. You're not saying like, hey, you know what? I found this person. I'm really happy. Or I'm going to be working with so-and-so. You're not going to be pressed or obsessed or desperate or chasing whoever the heck to be with you, to work with you, to build with you. And the people that are supposed to be with you, they will take constructive criticism. They will take instructions. Let's say you're working on a project with a friend. This is just an example. It's probably not like likely, but just an example. Let's say you and your friend are working on a project, and this has to do with your business. Let's say you guys are both entrepreneurs, and you're like, can you help me with some marketing? And they're like, yeah, can you help me with some financing? And you're like, yeah. So you guys are helping each other, and they're taking instruction from you, and you're taking instruction from them about the things that they know about. So it's like, you know what you're talking about, and they're listening, and they're like, okay, I get it. Thank you. And vice versa. That's how it should feel. even if you don't like it at first, or you're like, hey, that's wrong. Actually, can we fix this? I deal with this all the time when I have to collaborate with technicians, or I work with technicians, because it's part of my job. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes, like, even though they could be the expert, there are certain things that I need that are specific. And I'm not trying to insult their intelligence or insult their craft or insult their expertise, but it's like, hey, I need this way, that way. So it's just feeling this proper yin and yang, where you couldn't have that with other people. They were either in or they were out, or they chose when, not when you necessarily needed them. So your angels are saying, think about times where you really needed some of these people and they weren't there. I feel like the reason why we're talking about this is because you're finding your voice against all odds. You are finding your voice despite people saying, like, who'd want to listen to you? There are all these limiting beliefs in the back of your mind from the past. And maybe that's why these past people are coming up. But there is a new world being born. And you are wrapping things up fast with the people that didn't believe in you. So we have shoot your shot. You are progressing. You have people in anticipation. And you are about to make the first move. You're making a lot of first moves, not just one, okay? Several. Say it with me, bestie, several. You are going to be flexing. You're not even trying to flex, but you look different right now. That's another thing I'm getting. You don't look the same. You could be thinking, I didn't do anything. No, you've been healing. You don't look the same. You look like a new and improved version month to month. They're saying month to month. You are looking different. They want you to, like, go back in your albums. Month to month, you're looking different. And you might feel like the past couple of months, like, no, it wasn't good. Maybe you feel like maybe other people thought you had body dysmorphia or dysmorphia in general with certain things about how your life looked or how you looked. And you're like, no, I don't have dysmorphia. This wasn't done right. I don't like this. I'm fixing that. Because some of these things could have been done to you. Example, you could have gotten your hair done and people are like, no, you have dysmorphia. It looks fine. And you're just like, no, I don't like it. That doesn't suit me. It doesn't serve me. They were lazy. It doesn't look right. Let's say you got something tattooed and they messed it up and you're like, I don't like that. And it doesn't look right. And you are entitled to your opinion. Hello. Yes, you are. And those are the things that you're working on and you're making better. And this is why you're being brought new collaborations, new friends, new alliances. Because these other people were not up to the task. They were not qualified to work with you in that capacity. They were not qualified to do your hair. They were not qualified to do your nails, or they weren't qualified to help you in anything, whether it was finance, counseling, taxes, anything. Wow. Whoa. We have gassed. You are not expecting people to give you over the top compliments, because you do still have some haters in the mix. You do have some people that are not applauding you, that are not clapping for you, but they don't want you to worry about that, because the people that do applaud for you, they're going to make up for all that effery to the right. They are going to make up for all that effery to the right, and the people that just couldn't be bothered to clap for you. Confirmation. Okay, Holy Spirit, what else do the angels want to tell us? Change. Yep, you're making a change. You're bossing up. Instead of being scared of the microphone, you're like, no, that is my microphone. I also see you getting rid of a lot of distractions. Okay, there were a lot of distractions making what you love doing hard for you in a lot of different ways. Okay, for instance, let's say you are a news anchor. Just an example. I don't know, it's what I'm channeling. Let's say you're a news anchor and the person that does your hair before you go on the news cocks it to the side It's all crazy looking. And you're like, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel confident about that. My hair looks freaking crazy. Or they chop it off. Or do you know what I mean? And then you're supposed to go sit in front of the camera like, that is an example of feeling distracted and like people are trying to get in the way of what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of little wrenches, a lot of little bumps in the road. And people could be, and this is why you don't talk to people really about certain things like this, because they wouldn't understand. They would gaslight you and tell you, oh my gosh, your hair looked fine, boopity boopity boop. No. The people that are for you would understand without you even having to say a word. Like, hey, I totally understand why you didn't want to go on stage, why you didn't want to go on camera, because they totally effed up your hair and I wouldn't have felt confident either. I would have been stressing about how my hair looked. You don't have to be a materialistic person or a person that's conceited or selfish to care about your appearance. And I feel like you were made to feel guilty about your appearance in some capacity with an ex or family members. I know I was. My mother would always be like, here she goes again, here she goes again. And it's like, I wasn't even doing anything. I was just trying to get ready. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. And I've always been a late bloomer. So it's like, leave me alone. She was always putting me down for trying to look nice. Always putting me down for wanting to take time to do my hair or to do my makeup. Granted, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup until I was 16, but do you know what I mean? So you guys are maybe found it hard to move on from that. And maybe you thought, like, if you were the news person and your hair was messed up, like, well, my mother would say, what's wrong with you? You're fine. So I should just be fine, but I don't feel fine. You don't feel fine because these are things trying to get in the way of your destiny. And so it doesn't feel good. You know how many times I've had that happen? I've trusted the wrong people and they have fucked it up. Like, totally thrown the opportunity in the garbage for us to have like a good friendship, for us to collaborate, for us to work together. For what? So they want you to be very careful with who you let in. And so that's why you need to feel comfortable with letting them in. How do I say that? You need to feel comfortable around them because you are a rising star. That is you. The change that you're making is you're becoming the boss. You are becoming your own boss. You are the rising star. And they want you to start acting like that because I know, like, if it was me, I wasn't allowed to be excited about things. I always had to clock my emotions around my mother. Like, can't be excited, I'll get punished. Can't be happy, I'll get punished. Can't look too good, can't get ready too much, because I'll get punished. I'll get yelled at or I'll get chores. So now you're trying to, like, figure out, like, I'm going to be the rising star. It's okay. And be proud of the changes that you've made. Don't feel guilty for the things that you clocked that other people just don't understand. Like, well, I think it looks fine. They're not you. Motorcycle. They're not you. So nobody asked their freaking stinking opinion. I can't. Okay. We have faith. Have faith in the fact that you are this rising star. Sometimes we don't got no proof. We don't got no proof we're about to be a rising star. We feel like, well, this has been the same for a long time, and I've just been working at it, tending to the soil, and I've just been doing my thing, and I'm trying not to be I'm trying not to be a workaholic. I'm trying not to overthink, but sometimes maybe you worry. That is natural. But you are going to stand on faith in this season because this is the beginning of you building your empire. And there are so many people that they shouldn't get a front row seat even. They're going to get a front row seat when it's time for you to be vindicated because they underestimated you and they tried to get in your way. People think I'm crazy when I try to work with a stylist, for instance, and they completely fuck things up. And then they're like, oh, they cut me off. Well, I've done the thing where I've given chances. And sometimes I'll feel like guided to give another chance. But there was usually a reason why I felt like, nope, shouldn't have done that. And I have been burned in the worst ways in these situations because I'm trying to work on myself and care about getting ready and doing things that I didn't do in my addiction. When I was in my addiction, like I was a slave to that. I didn't have time to think about getting ready, doing makeup, what? No, I got to do this over here. Otherwise, it's going to be a real bad day. So I say that to say this. You got this. F them and their freaking stinking opinions. You need to continue. Listen to me very carefully. You need to continue to ask for whatever the frick it is you want. Stop limiting the audacity, okay? Let the universe, like God and your angels, meet you at your level of audacity, okay? So make it good. Don't make it bad. Like, I'm gonna tear up the town and we don't want to be met at that level of audacity. We want to be met at the good level of audacity. So whatever it is that you want, there are no limits. Whatever you ask for, go big. Let the universe meet you at your level of audacity. Okay, so I shared that also in the community tab. If anybody wants to screenshot it and save it and share it to their social media. But yeah, affirm it below. I let the universe meet me at my level of audacity. Duh. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I feel like people try to make you feel bad for wanting nice things. That's what I'm channeling. People try to make you feel bad for wanting nice things, for wanting cute things, or wanting a bunch of something. They're like, oh, do you really need all of that? It's none of their business. This is your path. You're free. Do not let anyone take away your independence. I was talking about this with my friend today. She was like, yeah, you can have a successful man, but you can also be successful and be building your own empire because your independence is important. And I was like, yes, it is. So I see that this is kind of like your Independence Day. So the right people can be brought to you, people that are sweet and kind and caring and really take their time with you. Okay, I feel like when people don't care, they're rushing and slopping things together, and it's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I feel like you are working through that trauma of what the people in the past did to you. I know that there's trauma that I'm still working through from people in the past that I was dealing with. And it's like, I'm trying to forgive them. I'm trying to move on. But now I know what to clock when I'm being introduced to other people or I'm having to work with other people. It's like, I will know. This is your wishing well. Throw whatever you want in this wishing well so the universe can meet you at your level of audacity. So it's almost like your angels and ancestors are helping you with your level of audacity. They're saying, hey, you got this. Let's give them something to talk about. Set your intention. This is such a beautiful message. I feel like I always say that, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's such a beautiful message. I love this. You are a star on the rise. Don't feel bad for being the star. Like, oh, what are people back home gonna say? What are people from my small town or my high school gonna say? What's everyone gonna say in the neighborhood? Give them something to talk about. F them and their feelings. F them and their feelings. It is time for there to be a proper balance, a proper give and take, a real yin and yang, and for you to feel like you are at home. They want you to know that you are safe when you feel like you're at home. Okay, when you go somewhere and you're like, you feel like you can sit down and relax and open the fridge and not be like stressed out. Yeah. Not feeling like you're going into the dragon's lair. Being around my mother, that's like being in the dragon's lair. No. I want to feel like I am at home. My home needs to be childlike, warm, but also bright, but very cozy. Doesn't need to be anything extravagant, just cozy and quaint and welcoming. And then I want the Holy Spirit in my home. I want good vibes and lots of selenite. But do you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is that you want, you are looking at these attachments to these scarcity, like any limiting beliefs. Okay, I'm going to pull from my mermaid deck before we get out of here. And let's see what we got for you guys. Oh my gosh. Look for the pot of gold. Accept joy. Okay, look for the pot of gold and accept joy. Let me put these over here so I don't mix all of these up. You're allowed to accept joy, but I feel like people always want to make you feel bad for that. Like, oh, look at them. They took a selfie today. They must be enjoying themselves. They don't want to help us, though. Like, it's giving that. Like, F you guys. Like, what? Nobody asked you guys. Nobody asked them. And yeah, they're going to watch anyways. They're going to watch anyways. They want to mess with you and your solitude. Especially, I'm getting family. They're seeing you gain your independence, and it's really upsetting them. That is what I'm channeling. People are getting upset with the independence that you have because they don't have that. They're codependent on people for support, for money, for whatever. And you don't show that. You are really good at doing things on your own. You did this on your own without any of their help. And they're like, how did they do that? And Spirit is saying it's because you are a spiritual warrior. Your angels want you to show that you are a wise leader. You're not just anybody. You're not just a cute face. Not that the face is not facing. Not that the face is not facing. But you're going to show people, yeah, I'm freaking smart too. I'm assertive. I'm a boss. I'm a commander. I'm of high honor. I'm a chosen one. They're helping you merge with the light. Okay, this is your future, to help people merge with the light. Oh my gosh, I love it. You are going to help ignite the light in others. Affirm it below. I help ignite the light in others. I help people merge with the light. There are a lot of people out here that want to be whole Decepticons. Like, nah, let me be bad. And you're like, well, you're like the nice witch in the Wizard of Oz. And they're like, well, maybe I do want to be good. Maybe being good wouldn't be so bad. Like, you make people think twice. You make people think twice about their future, about what they're putting up with, about their independence. Oh my gosh, we have be a beacon. You are an inspiration. Light the way for others, okay? Remember, be an inspiration. You are a light for others. But somebody here isn't feeling like that. They're like, no, everyone thinks I'm corny or I'm extra or just whatever. And like, nobody wants to listen to me. That isn't true. That is not true. Okay, and then last but not least, we have caring community. You are going to have... I'll be right back. What fell on the ground was caring community, participate and belong, and enrich your life. I love this. Like, I just met a new stylist that's been at one of the salons I've been going to for a while. And she was helping me with my hair. And then we realized that we knew a lot of the same people. And she's also a singer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like she just got really good news today. And I was like, let me share this with people, you know, that you're going to be performing and opening for someone bigger. And I think that's awesome. And I don't get to be around that often, where people are not only independent, they're entrepreneur and they're reaching for more. Okay. And I could be around people that are doing similar things, but they won't have good intentions for me. Do you know what I mean? They won't have good intentions for me, or what I need is a different level of expertise, unfortunately. So remember that some of the people that you're walking away from, I say this all the time, they don't have to be the worst person ever, but you'll know when you have to walk away because there's something better. Now, let's say you're dating somebody, okay? Let's say this Johnny or Veronica is, you know, they're nice to you. They're doing a lot with their life. They're not lazy. They're a good person. But you don't have a lot in common. or there isn't like, you don't feel this connection, but they're still kind and they're still nice. Do you stay with them? You don't just stay with them because they're nice. You want to feel a connection. You want to feel safe with them. You want to feel understood. So these people could be not receptive to what you're saying, not listening to what you're saying. Don't feel bad that you have to walk away or break up with someone because they're not the one. We are not accepting crumbs. We are not accepting the bare minimum. Listening is the bare minimum. Respect is the bare minimum. Like, you'll just know. Like, yeah, so-and-so, they're not a bad guy, but it's just not, I don't want to lead them on. You're not going to lead people on because you are being led to your destiny. You are being led to the big picture that you've always waited for. So it is imperative that you have the right people in your corner, not people that are going to freeze under the light. So celestial alignment. Wow. What's underneath that is uncored relationships. Let go. Forgiveness is freedom. And I'm not talking about the other people. Forgiving yourself for like, why did I let them do this to me? Like, we're learning at a faster rate than anything of who to and not deal with. So give yourself some grace, okay? Give yourself some grace. I love you guys so much, and I hope that this message helped you. There's going to be a bunch of new messages on Patreon if you are looking for content that is ad-free and the closest thing to a personal reading. There are a lot of messages on there that you can sign up for $11.11 a month. You can get 20% off with a 1-year membership, or you can gift a membership to a friend. Did I say you can cancel at any time? Yeah. Okay, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell, all the things. You don't want to miss out when I go live. We have a lot of new Soul Tribe here, and I'm so excited. And remember that you can always shuffle for divine guidance on any playlist that I have. I think that's it. If you made it to the very end of this message, I want you guys to drop a mermaid down below. Because you are the siren and you have people hanging on to your every word. Don't get it twisted. Okay, you have a grandparent, a father, and Archangel Michael here helping lead the way. I love you guys. You are not alone. I cannot wait to speak to you guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.